So I was just thinking back to the incident in the restaurant there. So my friend, well, so-called friend, was in the restaurant and had his head down and like, people when they're ashamed of something, they got their head hanging down. Well, I turned around and looked at him. That's all he was talking to me with his head down, and he wasn't giving me eye-to-eye contact. But the fact is, he knows what he had done, and he knows that he's in the wrong. So let's just say, for case example, this is my sharpening stone. So pulls it out of his pocket, puts it down on the garden bed at the Lido's pub where I was at with him. Now I look at it, I'm like, what are you doing with that? I never gave you permission to take that out of my house. He's like, oh, I'm just going to borrow it. Right then and there, I knew I should have grabbed it off him and taken it back. Because, he didn't have permission to take that from me. If he had just asked me for it, I probably would have gave it to him. As him being my friend forever and all. But, it's his decision, the way he wants to act. And then he comes back because he left his stuff at my house. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's some other belongings you left from here. Like, he left a bag full of clothes and I put it in a different room over there. And then he tries taking my fish magnet, but I've noticed it missing right away. Because I went and checked the bedroom that he was rummaging around in. And I told him to give it back before he left this time around. Yeah, so anyways, he was ranting and raving and then yelling in my face. And, if you're innocent, why are you screaming at me? Why are you threatening me? I don't get where he goes and tells his fellow using buddies, like, oh, I had a talk with these guys and they all agree that I'm not afraid of you. As what does you being guilty of thievery have to do with anything with bravery? And all you're doing is acting like a lunatic. I was just thinking, like, you're not making any sense at all, pal. You're just making yourself more and more guilty the way you're acting. Screaming and yelling, threatening me, saying you're not afraid of me, trying to lure me outside to fight me. I'm just thinking this guy's just he's losing it, He figured the whole world owes him something and he's about to take anything he wants from anybody. So, he wants to ruin his friendship over a couple of small items he wants to take from me, then that's his choice. He ruined his own life by doing that. Your consequences and your actions speak for themselves. So, you know what? It is what it is, Davey. You made your own bed, you gotta sleep in it now. But you're no longer allowed in this house anymore. You can come talk to me at my window if you want, that's about it. So everything that he owned that was left here, I put outside in the buggy. So he can come by and reclaim that whenever. Because I'm not going to tow it down to the shelter or whatever. It's your choice to come get it. It's not mine. So if you guys agree with what I had to say in my video, give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments in my video. I acted like the better man in this situation. I choose not to be a violent person like the way he was acting, because he was just acting like a lunatic. And he figured by threatening me, he can get his way with anything. But you know what? It doesn't work like that.